Peace, everybody. This is Unlimited Scaling with Trap, and I got another quick one today. I'd like to say peace to everybody. Hope y'all having a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. And I hope the Most High protecting you, and you got a good relationship with the Most High, so you can keep the demons away whenever they try to come and attack you. But I thought about a past experience and something that me and a close, beloved brother in the Most High spoke about today. How one toxic person can try to turn a group of people against you and try to get them to join in on a smear campaign against you. And how do you deal with that? Well, you notice they'll say things, wait, study you, see what you react to, even if you try to hide it. And whatever little thing they see that you react to, they exploit it and shovel and keep digging and trying to find a goal in that so they can, and it's all about taking your energy, all about taking my energy. So how do we deal with that? You know what I'm saying? So you might deal with this at work, you might deal with this at your favorite spot to go to, so how do you deal with that? To some of you this might sound tough, but basically have no regard. Just like when Judas or Yehuda used to ask Yahushua certain questions, Yahushua didn't respond to some of those questions. He would just keep walking and keep talking to the other believers. So when you by yourself and people, some of them might come in you and ask you a question that you know none of their business, or you can tell they just trying to be fake buddy so they can get you to spill some type of tea so they can soak that up and give it to, So the best thing to do is to have no regard. Now, when you have no regard, you simply just don't react. Don't react. Don't get mad. Don't show that you're getting irritated. Don't show nothing. Just be like this. You look at your watch, whatever, and you might get a text message. Just act like you somebody who happened to walk past a Chinese nail shop when they speak in Chinese to each other, and you can't connect to it because you don't understand the language. So it's noise. That's all it is to you. It's like a weed eater. Yang, yang, yang. Treat it as such. Have no regard. And if you know it's getting to you, then if you gotta listen to something put some work earplugs in your ears and plug them all the way in, so all you see is this. So you don't hear nothing. And what's gonna happen is all them negative attacks they sending your way, or they sent my way, it gotta go somewhere. So it's gonna go back to them, and it's gonna keep hitting them, and eventually you're gonna notice it's hitting them. And how you know it's hitting them? Because they're gonna get silent. They all gonna look at each other, mouth open. Some of them so goofy, they're gonna be like, oh, he ain't getting mad, or she ain't getting mad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, be that way every time, or as some people call it, gray rock them. Gray rock them to the point where they literally get rocked by their own attacks. Straight up. And you do it enough, eventually they're gonna chill and they're gonna realize that this is whack. Why am I doing this? This person ain't do nothing to me. And the demons that's using them gonna get bored and frustrated and gonna go use some more dummies. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it is. You gotta gray rock them. If you got a narcissistic person in your life who keep trying to make you the villain in every situation possible, whether they keep pushing and upping the ante to see if they can trigger you in some kind of way, and once they trigger you, now they ready to play the victim that they rehearsed so hard, just have no regard, because they really just hurting themselves, and whether they can see it or not, they hurting themselves. And the people that's talking about you, they're hurting themselves too. And some of them can try to throw you off and say, oh, I don't believe in karma, or I don't believe in retribution, what they be talking about. I don't know about that. Let them say whatever they want. Who cares? That's all just word salads to throw you off. Who cares, man? Because deep down they know they frauds, and they can't hide that they frauds, especially when they're around you, because you don't react to the BS. I don't want to taste of that expired soup. That old gumbo. You can have it. That's y'all food. You know what I'm saying? So just let them have it. React to it not. You react to it not, eventually they'll realize that they need to get out your face, that they need to just move on, because they might be doing some work around you, and then when that work get done and they just standing there looking stupid, and then here come the manager coming around, and now they scatter like roaches. You feel me? And that's why I should do. I have no regard, and when they scatter like roaches, I smile to just let them know that, yeah, I see what y'all doing, but as you can see, you wasting your time. I don't care. Why do you? You know? And some of them might even have a crush on you or something like that, but you know that you don't want nothing to do with nobody like that that's toxic. So they know it's a wrap for that, because they blew that. You know, or maybe you don't, or maybe they got a crush on you, but you with somebody already. You know, whatever it is, they know that they ain't worthy of you. So now they just try to bring you down. You know what I'm saying? And just let them run their faces, let them run their mouths till they blue in the face. You know, because we don't do goofy over here. No goofs allowed. You know, if you ask me how I'm doing, yeah, I'm doing good, man. My weekend was good. What you do? You know, I just be vague. I did what makes me happy. And if they ask what was that, I worked on myself. What you work on? You know, fitness. I read a book. Like, what kind of book you read? You know, let them talk to you, but whatever you tell them, don't give them no tea. None. They don't need to know nothing about your family. They don't need to know nothing about how your child skint their knee or nothing. They don't need to know nothing. Because I guarantee you, once you give them some tea, they're going to flip it and bounce it on some BS word to Ghostface. Straight up. So don't give them nothing. Have no regard for their demonic attacks. Even if they don't know they getting used by those. Or if you lost in science, have no regard for their intrusive thoughts that's taking over them and trying to get you to spill tea. You know? And that's all you gotta do, and it'll be good. Everything will work out, and eventually they'll take the hint. And the slowest ones who comprehend slow, even they'll realize, man, this ain't working, and they'll eventually have no choice but to move on. So yeah, this is Travis Yahoo. You know, this Unlimited Scaling with Trav, the channel. Please like, share, comment. You know what I'm saying? Please subscribe. Tell me about some situations you deal with like that and how you handle it, because I guarantee you, not just me, but some of y'all, you know, show love and speak in the comments. You know, we are one. We are good energy. You know, something you say in the comment section might help somebody else out in the situation that they dealing with, and it could save their relationship. It could save them from losing their job or whatever they're going through. You know, so I always do that. And when you help others, you get blessed for that by the Most High directly from Him. You know, no temporary rewards from demons that always have interest or something else attached to that. You know, when you get a blessing from the Most High, it's directly from the Most High, and more blessings can follow that one. So yeah, have no regard for that evil, and that evil gonna have to go back somewhere, so it's gonna go back to them. You know, not me, but as in them. You know, those who trying to attack you. So, you know, keep that in mind, and everything will work out beautifully. Peace.